Yemen's suffering is most raw in its children. At 12 years old, Abdul weighs 11 kilograms, little more than the average 1-year-old. Every step he takes is painful, and he's being kept alive by the tube through his nose into his stomach. 2 of his brothers are also emaciated, but his family's poor and they're spending the little money they have trying to save him right now. He's desperately hungry, but he's so malnourished, it's an enormous effort trying to swallow. And he doesn't manage it. His despair and his wretchedness is not isolated. Near Yemen's northern border with Saudi Arabia, they've suffered some of the worst destruction of the war. In parts of Sadr city, no building's been left untouched. The airstrikes, for nearly 2 years now, by the Saudi-led coalition, are backed by Britain, America and France. Parts of Yemen have been bombed back to the Middle Ages. The director of this boys' school wants an international investigation into why children's education centres are being attacked.
This is a big crime, a war crime, because this is an educational area with no weapons. They are affecting education. They want to stop students learning.
The boys' school was hit 11 times. The 2 deep pockmarks in the earth are where 2 of the bombs landed. When the boys were moved to the nearby girls' school, that was attacked too. Could British weapons have been used by the Saudis to bomb civilian targets? The Yemenis believe so.
First we thought Britain was a friend, but now we feel the British government are criminals because of what's happening here. They're committing crimes, killing children and pregnant women.
In amongst American cluster bombs in Sadr city, we found a nose cone for the British-made Storm Shadow cruise missile, arguably the most advanced weapon of its kind. If you open in the middle, this looks, this has definitely got a UK sign on it. The remnant was found in Sadr 4 days earlier. The locals are adamant they've been hit by British cluster bombs too. We were shown pictures of UK-made cluster bombs said to have been found in the city and now circulating amongst Yemenis. Britain agreed 6 years ago to ban them and stop their use by anyone else.
He said we have found previously a lot of bombs, Britain bombs. That's why I think so. It is a Britain.
Yemen bomb disposal teams can't keep pace with the air onslaught, and British bombs keep on turning up. It's from UK, he says. The Houthi-rebels' new Prime Minister gave his first interview since his appointment to Sky News and immediately accused Britain of war crimes in Yemen.
باعت القنابل العنقودية للسعودية.
They have sold the cluster bombs for Saudi Arabia.
وهي تعرف أنها تقصد بها مدنيين.
And they know exactly they are going to drop them here in Yemen.
في محافظة صعدة.
In Sada province.
وفي العاصمة صنعاء.
And in
وفي عدد المحافظات.
Capital Sana'a and different provinces.
لكن الحكومة البريطانية السابقة والحالية مشتركتان مع العدو السعودي الذي يقصف المدن اليمنية.
But the ex-government of Britain and the current ones are participating with the bombing and the airstrikes here in Yemen.
So you think they're guilty of war crimes? In your eyes, Britain is also guilty of war crimes?
لا نحن لا نعتقد، نحن نؤمن أنهم مشتركين اشتراك مباشر مجرمي حرب. نعم.
Yeah, he doesn't think so. He believes that they are war crimes because they are participating.
The war has meant more than half the country is short of food. That's 14 million people. The reality for children is even worse. Faisal's just one of the staggering 300,000 toddlers in Yemen starving to death. But to his mother, he's not a statistic. He's her 2-year-old son. She just doesn't have the means to help him. Ghani is so weak herself she doesn't react as her 8-month-old baby thrashes around in pain. She's been feeding her little girl on just water and flour. Milk is an unobtainable luxury. The roads are peppered with women and children reduced to begging for scraps from passing strangers. The destruction of the infrastructure and the blockade on imports has been crippling. The Houthi-rebel areas and those in them are now running out of cash, so the medics at the main hospital in the capital, Sana'a, are working now unpaid.
You know, since September in this hospital we haven't any salaries. They gave us last month half salary of September.
The UK-educated doctor is now dealing with a significant outbreak of cholera. It's been caused by their compromised hygiene and the widespread lack of clean water. Amongst the desperately ill patients, a boy with no name, abandoned by his parents who couldn't cope with war and a sick child, who's now brain damaged. He's been here for 10 months, being cared for by nurse Faiza, who loves him like her own.
But we don't know what to do. We cannot just throw him. He's a human being. Even he's handicapped, we cannot throw him.
As the desperation grows, so does the anger. Thousands turned out in Sana'a to show their support for a new Houthi government. For these people, there's no way back for President Hadi, the man they hounded out of the capital and who Saudi is supporting.
The chants against America are growing stronger, and also is the hatred against all those taking part or even supporting this coalition of bombing, and that includes Britain.
Britain is making fresh enemies, whether or not it's a proxy war between Saudi and its regional rival Iran. Even those who don't support the Houthis now detest America and Britain. This conflict could be storing up dangerous problems for the future. Alex Crawford, Sky News, in Houthi-controlled Yemen.